Welcome back to Bully Ball, a San Francisco 49ers podcast. Today is the day. We have the San Francisco 49ers versus the Philadelphia Eagles in Philadelphia today for the NFC Championship game. Let's go. Let me know how you guys are feeling today. You nervous for this game? You excited? You think the 49ers are going to win? You think they're going to lose? I know there's a bunch of people sitting on either side of that fence. But how are you feeling? The 49ers are back in the NFC Championship 2 years in a row. And hopefully this time they come out with the win because we know what happened last year. Um, 49ers are playing a great Philadelphia team this year. And it's a team without a lot of weaknesses. You know what I mean? They're stout on defense. Their offense has explosive players. They make explosive plays, and they basically control the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball. And that's going to be, a big thing coming down in this game that the 49ers are going to have to deal with. You're on the road. You have your rookie quarterback. It's going to be a gritty, loud, gritty environment. If you've been on Twitter at all this week, you've seen these Eagles fans posting. They're saying they're going to fight 49er fans and don't show up to the game and all this bullshit. But, nobody's scared of no damn Philadelphia Eagle fan. It's funny because they act like they didn't win a Super Bowl a couple years back. You would think they'd be a little more classy. But I've just seen a lot of trashy Eagles fans so far on Twitter, not being welcoming to 49er fans that are traveling across the country to watch a great game against two great teams today. So, if you're tuning in, let me know what you guys are thinking. What are you feeling? Any nerves? You think the stars are going to shine bright today? What do you think is going to happen? All right, we got my mom in here. She said, I am excited. We are so winning today. I hope so. Hoping for a great game from the 49ers today. Let me go over the inactive players for both teams for you guys real quick. So we have the Philadelphia Eagles inactive players for this game. Quarterback Ian Book, cornerback Josiah Scott, running back Trey Sermon inactive. Safety Anthony Harris, linebacker Kyron Johnson, and offensive lineman Josh Sills. Eagles have no players from their 53-man roster inactive today or with an injury designation. So Eagles are at full health. They have the 53 they walked in with. That's a 53 they're playing with today. They're fully healthy, good to go. So you're going to get the best from them. 49ers inactives. You have quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo, running back Ty Davis Price, tight end Ross Dwelly, O-line Nick Sakel, D lineman Drake Jackson, cornerback Ambry Thomas, and the big one is running back Elijah Mitchell is inactive today. And we were talking about that earlier this week. We feared it. I said, hey, that groin injury, that is something to watch out for. And it comes to show Elijah Mitchell is inactive. And that's a shame because he's been playing great, but the dude cannot string together multiple performances without an injury. So huge loss today for the 49ers. They have Tevin Coleman up from the practice squad. Also, Janoris Jenkins, cornerback, up from the practice squad. So, I expect to see Christian McCaffrey, running back one, and we would all love to see Jordan Mason as running back two, but it's going to probably be Tevin Coleman receiving running back two work, and then Jordan Mason as running back three, because, Kyle Shanahan, he just trusts Tevin Coleman for some reason. He is not, I don't know why, but he does not trust Jordan Mason. And you can see that through the season because he hasn't given him the workload to show that he trusts him. But, I would love to see Jordan Mason get some work. I trust him. I wish he got more work during the season. How do you feel about the Elijah Mitchell and Ty Davis Price being inactive today?
Yeah. Ty Davis Price is kind of status quo. He's been pretty much inactive throughout the whole year, so that's really nothing shocking. Elijah Mitchell, man, it's tough. Like you said, he's a great running back. I just don't really see a future for him, to be honest. He's just too injury prone. It's kind of like a Marcus Lattimore, throw it back for those Niner fans. So much talent, great player, but just couldn't get it. He just couldn't get it right on the field. He just couldn't be healthy. And that's what it's kind of seeming like with Elijah. It's unfortunate because he's a great player. He fits the scheme perfectly. You see his running style, his north and south style of play complements Christian McCaffrey very well. But he just can't string games together. So I think it's kind of at the end of the road for him. You can't really rely on him. It's kind of like a Javon Kinlaw as well. Another guy with untapped potential, but just can't put games together because he can't be healthy. So it's unfortunate that Elijah Mitchell's out. It's a huge game, and we could have definitely used him this game because Christian McCaffrey's a little bit hobbled as well with that calf injury. So those two could have helped each other out. So that's unfortunate. But yeah, looking like another Tevin Coleman game, RB2. Which doesn't really make too much sense to me because I feel like him and Christian McCaffrey, they have the same style of play. Kind of faster guys, smaller dudes. They're not going to really like punish you between the tackles compared to where Elijah Mitchell would or JP Mason would. So obviously I would prefer JP Mason to get the reps at RB2, but that's not going to happen. This is a game that I feel like JP Mason could really thrive though with that north and south running style between the tackles, punishing them 3-4 yards a carry. That's what the Niners are going to need. And I feel like he would have provided that. But like you said, I feel like Tevin Coleman's going to be the guy getting the second most reps behind McCaffrey.
Definitely. Tommy Cates jumped in, said, bang, bang, let's go. He's feeling good. He's ready for the game. And let's pop this up real quick. And it looks like Nick Bosa and Deebo Samuel are ready for the game, flexing. They're ready.
Mm-hmm.
They're ready for the game. Let's go. It's going to be a gritty, grimy game, man. Philadelphia fans, we've seen they've been talking shit all week. They said they're going to fight people. They're going to be cussing at 49er fans. They're going to be fighting 49er fans. They're being crazy. They're acting like they didn't just win a Super Bowl a couple years back. So I don't know what's going on with them, man. But
there's a video from probably like 5-7 years ago or so of the Niner fans in the stands at the Philly game, and like Philly fans from all angles are throwing snowballs at these Niner fans. Those are like ice balls, you know what I mean? They're not snow, like soft snow. It's like hard ice. And they're like pegging these two Niner fans for like at least 5 minutes straight. It's unfortunate. Just classless fans. Like you said, they said they're going to try to make it so unpleasant for these Niner fans and all this, yada, yada. It's just classless. You wish it was a little bit better than that, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I believe I saw it looks like 15% of the tickets sold were to 49er fans. So it's going to be majority Eagles fans in the stadium today, but 50% is pretty good, going all the way cross country to Philly with these fans that are talking like they're talking. One person in attendance today, we got Jerry Rice flexing his Super Bowl rings on the Philadelphia Eagles fans pregame. He is the 49ers honorary captain for the game today as well. So you love to see it.
There's another video that I have that I thought was pretty cool. Let me pull it up real quick. Let's see. All right, can you guys see that?
It's loading. Yeah, we can see it now.
All right, here's Joey Bosa, rocking that Niner jacket, which is pretty cool to see, you know, because usually when you have brothers or anything or siblings that are in the NFL, they don't really wear like they don't wear the actual team's gear, but you can see Joey Bosa clearly wearing the Niners jacket, which I thought was pretty cool. You know, second game in a row that he's been in attendance supporting his brother Nick. So I thought that was pretty neat.
Hey, and if he wants to join the same team as his brother, I would be very happy with that. And I'm sure a lot of 49er fans would be as well. We
Yeah.
got our dad on here. He, he got his home studio set up to be on these pregame primers with us, and he's used it once now. So he's on a business trip out in North Carolina or something, but he's here with us. How you feeling? Getting ready for game day.
I'm feeling good. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I'm feeling good. I seen a couple fans at the airport flying around with their Niner stuff this morning, but I'm confident. I'm confident. They're fans, like you guys were saying, little low class, but I guess that's when you've only been to one Super Bowl. It's a little rough out there. Looks like they're starting them young and rough, but our teams just got to go out there and do their job. Shanahan said they've been doing the silent count all week, getting ready for this game. My boy right here, Trent Williams, I think he's going to be a big part opening up them holes.
Yep, love the Trent Williams jersey. I'm once again rocking my grandpa's old 49er gear, throwbacks. We got Alex on here with the Bully Ball hoodie and the famous, what company is the hat?
Residency.
Yeah, Residency
I got
hat. And then he has the
Run CMC shirt jersey on. It has his last name and number on the back. I've been wearing it for the past 3 or 4 weeks, I believe, since I've gotten it, and we've won each time. So, I don't know if I believe in superstitions, but if so, this isn't the time to break it. So I'm going to wear it again.
Melissa says, "Hey fam, good luck this week to y'all. Thank you. Good luck 49ers." Look at this one dude we got in attendance at the game. He's in Eagles territory wearing a Tabor Peppers jersey. 49ers fans are a different breed, even supporting the long snapper.
Yeah.
So you love to see it.
Tommy says, "What's up, Pops?" Says, "You raised 2 smart young men. Appreciate that."
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
I'm just glad they love the Niners the way that we do. Brought them home, gave them the choice to go their way, but I think it was too deep in the bloodline. Even if they got mad and acted like they wanted to jump, it was the emotions were tied there. We just need to get a Super Bowl that I could see when they're around, because they weren't around when we were winning Super Bowls.
Yeah,
So
definitely. My daughter even, it was a tradition. Joseph was brought home in a Niner beanie. I was brought home in a Niner beanie. And then we brought my daughter home in a Niner beanie as well. I don't know if you guys can see that picture. That's my daughter right there. First day we got to bring her home, and she's rocking that Niner beanie. Tradition.
And it was the same one, the same beanie,
Yep.
all the way through.
So, tradition right there.
We appreciate you guys. We have finally broke 200 subscribers. We said that was our goal to do before the end of the season. Alex doubted us the whole way, didn't think we were going to make it, but we have made it. We reached that mark. And let's throw this video up on the screen for us real quick. The 49ers hype video for this game today.
Are you able to press the sound or no?
It's not, you can't hear it?
No.
Oh, well, it's not going to play the sound then.
No.
I can hear it in my headphones.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, seeing all these brings up tough memories for any 49ers fan. Losing NFC Championship game last year, it was within reach, up by 10 points, to kind of blow that lead. Super Bowl game right here. You hope Mr. Purdy is the guy to kind of break that, to kind of push us through, to get us that 6th ring that we've been falling short of these past few years. You hope Mr. Purdy can push us through that final leap, as you could say.
Our fate is in the hands.
Okay.
Our fate is in the hands of Mr. Irrelevant. Who would have thought? Crazy to say, but he's the one that's going to have to lead us to the promised land. And the 49ers did not post a hype video for this game, unfortunately. The Eagles posted a pretty dope hype video. 49ers didn't post one, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's it's crazy because who would have thought at the beginning of the year, Trey Lance being the starter, who would have thought, you're in the NFC Championship game, Brock Purdy's your starter. And, people have been doubting him this week, saying that, reality's finally going to hit. You're finally going to see why he was the last pick of the draft, all this, all that. I think he's gonna show up because every single game it seems like there's been a new question. Can he perform away? Can he perform in a loud stadium? Can he perform when a team is actually game planning against him? Can he perform in the playoffs? It's been this constant questioning of Brock Purdy, and what has Brock Purdy done every single time? He's answered those questions. He showed up. He's delivered. They said, he's never played a defense like the Cowboys. Obviously, wasn't the best game he's ever played, but he delivered in those moments when it counted the most. He delivered on those third downs in the second half, when the game was really on the line. Brock Purdy showed up. He delivered. He made throws down the field. He's answered every question, and I wouldn't expect anything different from him this week. I think he's going to have another great week. I think Kyle Shanahan's going to have that game plan written up to where, it's going to keep the Eagles defense honest because, we didn't really give our keys to victory. So I have a few keys that that I'll talk about, but I think Kyle Shanahan's going to write up a nice game script and, I think Brock Purdy's going to answer that call once again.
Yep. And Tommy hopped on here and said, I'm going to look for that beanie for when I have a kid. So, probably on eBay. You probably find it on eBay or something. It's going to be it might be a little expensive like those old 49er gold jackets are, but that's where I would look. And 49ers trying to stay humble. They did it last week. Cowboys were talking all that shit, and the 49ers stayed quiet and handled business, doing the same thing again this week. So, they're staying with that. And before we hop into our keys for the game, I wanted to throw this up on the screen real quick. Our guy, Jason Poe, was the 49ers Offensive Scout Team Player of the Year. So, we had him on before the NFL draft, we brought him on to do an interview with us. We didn't know he was going to be a 49er, but we were like, hey, this dude is the perfect fit for the 49ers. We love the way he plays. And it just happened, great dude. He ended up on the 49ers, and then he was your practice scout team offensive player of the year for the 49ers. So you love to see it. Shout out to our guy, Jason Poe.
Yeah, super cool guy, super humble. It's kind of crazy because I think at the time that we interviewed him, we probably had less than 50, less than 75 subscribers. We still don't have a bunch, but at the time we had less than probably like 75, 50 subscribers. And he still came on and talked to us and, super, super polite, super nice, answered all of our questions. Just super cool to see, that he doesn't think he's too big time for anybody. So shout out to our guy, Jason Poe. Super cool dude. Mm-hmm. Wish nothing but the best for him in his future. Hopefully it's with the Niners.
Keep doing what he's doing. He'll get in there.
Yeah.
He'll get some playing time.
All right, keys to victory for this game. Go ahead and throw your first key to victory.
So we'll start on the defensive side of the ball. It's going to start with our defensive line. You know, they're going to have to eat double teams. They're going to have to eat up those double teams. They can't allow Philly's offensive line to get to the second level. You know, they have 3 Pro Bowlers, both at tackle and then at their center, and their guards are also extremely good. So you're going to have to eat those double teams up. Can't allow them to get to your backers, because that's when we really thrive, is when you have Fred Warner, Dre Greenlaw, Azeez Al-Shire flowing to the ball freely, you know. So you're going to really need that from your defensive line, whether it's Javon Kinlaw, Kevin Gibbons, Eric Armstead, Bosa, Omenahu, you know, all of them. They're all just going to have to play a really smash mouth style and eat those double teams up. They cannot get reached and allow one guy to block them. So that's my first key to victory.
Yeah, and we've been saying it all season pretty much, you know. The D-line needs the D-line needs to play their best game of the season. You know, they've been good against the run. They've been okay against the pass, but not great. Pass rush hasn't been great other than Bosa. They need to have their best game of the season this week. And this goes along with that. They need to contain the big pass, not allow 3rd and long conversions. You know, when you have A.J. Brown and you have Devonta Smith and Dallas Goedert, they're going to try to attack you deep. And the 49ers cannot allow those huge chunk plays. And that starts by stopping the run. You take the run away, you force them to throw, you know that where they're going to try to throw. So then if you eliminate one phase, then you can limit the other phase as well. And also on that, you cannot allow the 3rd and long conversions. That's been an Achilles heel all season for the 49ers. And this is going to be the toughest test yet, because Philadelphia has that RPO offense where it's run pass option. You know, they have 3 options on any play. He can throw the ball, he can hand the ball off to the running back, or he could run it himself. So it's tough to contain all 3 of those phases, but the 49ers have to do that today and not allow those 3rd and long conversions.
Yeah, he cannot give up that 3rd and long, because that's, like you said, been the Achilles heel. You know, it's kind of what knocked us out of that KC game. Pretty much any game that we've lost, it's been because you're giving up 3rd and long plays. And that was one of my keys as well, was don't allow the big play. You know, they're going to take shots to their receivers. They have extremely fast receivers, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert at tight end. So they're going to take those shots. You can't allow them to get those. You got to make it a physical, bully ball style of game. You know, pound out. If they're going to get yards on offense, they need to get it 3-4 yards of play, tough, taking hits. You have to hit Jalen Hurts. You know, he has that hurt shoulder, probably almost 100% now, but still you have to get your hands on him anytime you can. But also being smart. You know, the 49ers have struggled against running quarterbacks, not only containing them, but also making the smart tackle on them. You know, they need to know when to either take them to the floor or just tag them down and not get that stupid penalty that gives up 15 yards for unnecessary roughness. So they need to have that in the back of their minds as well. But yeah, you can't give up the big play. You can't give up the big play, especially on 3rd and long. You need to get off the field during those plays.
Yeah, definitely. Another one, the stars need to shine today. You know, this is the game your stars need to step up and show why they're the stars of your team. People have been combing through both of these rosters all week. Everyone's saying, you know, overall, the Eagles have the better roster. The big difference in that is whose stars show up and make the huge impact. Does Nick Bosa have a Defensive Player of the Year performance in him today? Does Fred Warner continue his all-pro run that he's been on this past couple weeks? Fred Warner has been the best player on the field the past couple of weeks, not just on the defense, the whole team. Um, on offense, Debo Samuel, does he have a vintage last season Debo Samuel effort in him today? Christian McCaffrey, this is the biggest moment of his career. What are we going to see from him? This is the day your stars need to shine bright.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. They have to. They're at some of the most key spots on both sides of the ball, so obviously they need to perform. Like you said, Nick Bosa needs to have one of those vintage performances, Defensive Player of the Year performances, which is another one of my keys was the D-line has to get pressure. You cannot allow Hurts to get comfortable in that pocket and just start throwing the ball. But at the same time, it's tough. It's tough when you play a scrambling quarterback because you also have to maintain your rush lanes. You can't get undisciplined and allow Jalen Hurts to get out of that pocket if there's good coverage down the field. So you have to contain him, whether that's a linebacker spying him or Talanoa Hufanga spying him. You can't allow him to get out of that pocket and pick up those easy yards with his legs. But your D-line has to get pressure. They have to get hands on Jalen Hurts. You cannot allow him to get confident and comfortable in that pocket. So that was another one of my keys.
Yeah,
we need turnovers today.
Yeah, we said that last week too, is maintain your rushing lane. If they are allowing you to rush outside, there's a reason. It's because it's going to create a hole in the pocket that the quarterback can slip out of. Contain and stay in your rushing lanes. And then, yeah, you said it, Dad. Win the turnover battle. I had that one up here already as well. So go ahead and talk about it.
Hey, we need the turnovers. Everybody's talking about Purdy. He's not good enough. He's never been here. Jalen Hurts is in the same boat. We've seen him collapse in the Bama game and then transfer schools. We've seen the collapse from him before. This is a game too for him and for all their fans. He needs to prove himself. If we could rattle him, get a couple good hits on him, we get 2 turnovers in this game. And we've been hot with it lately. Like, that's going to be a key to winning this game too. We need to get the turnovers, and then we need to score off them. We need the touchdowns when we're in the red zone.
That's the key. Touchdowns, not field goals. Against an explosive offense like Phillies, you need touchdowns, not field goals. You can't stall in the red zone. You have to get touchdowns. That's paramount. When you get to these last games of the season, you're playing against another great team. It's not like you're playing against a bad team. So you have to score touchdowns. You get field goals, you're not going to fare very well throughout the rest of the game.
Yeah, and today, you need to see a masterclass from head coach candidate DeMeco Ryans. He needs to throw something at these Eagles that they haven't seen yet this year, because their offense has been pretty foolproof. So the head coach candidate likely going to the Texans is what it's looking like. You need to see a masterclass from him today. And, first half, we know the 49ers are a little rough. They're going to be filling them out on offense and defense. But at halftime, you expect those huge key adjustments that allow the 49ers to end up winning this game.
Speaking of head coach candidate DeMeco Ryans, possible replacement for him just got picked up by the Miami Dolphins. Vic Fangio signed with the Miami Dolphins to be their defensive coordinator on a deal that makes him the NFL's highest paid coordinator as well. So,
wow.
That's another candidate that's down the drain, going to Miami to pair up with former 49ers offensive coordinator Mike McDaniel.
Wow. Didn't think we'd see it, but that's good for them. Yeah. And then I have one more key to victory for the 49ers today. And this is probably the most important. Our channel is named Bully Ball because the 49ers out physical every team in the NFL. You got to play gritty today. You got to get down in the mud, and you got to run the damn ball down their throats. You got to stuff the run like you haven't done all season. Well, you've done it all season, but even better today. You got to rush the passer better than you have all season. You got to hit these boys. You know what I mean? They think they're the more physical team coming into this game. They think their O line's going to out physical us. They think their D line's going to out physical us. Today is the day you show why you are the bullies of the NFL. And you need to do that to win this game.
Yeah, 100%. That was another one of my keys too. Was you got to establish the run game, and you can't abandon it. Because if you abandon that run game and you're only passing, the Eagles defense has 70 sacks on the year. It's third all time in the whole history of the NFL. So they're going to get after your quarterback if you're abandoning the run game. So you got to keep to the run game, keep them honest, keep their linebackers flowing for the run first, and then dropping back for passing. That's going to open up pass windows. So you gotta stick to that run game. You cannot abandon it. That kind of builds off another one of my keys. Like I said, they have 70 sacks on the year, so they obviously want to get after the quarterback. What does that mean? Their defensive linemen are going to be getting up the field, trying to get sacks. What's a counter to that? Draws, screen plays, quick passes. So we have to take advantage of that on offense because their D-line is going to get upfield. So if you can hit a draw right under it, that's going to be a big play. Screens, obviously they're going to be trying to get a sack. You hit a screen at Debo, that's going to go a long way. Quick passes, getting the ball out fast to avoid that pass rush, going to go a long way. So you have to stick to your fundamentals. You know what I mean? That's what the Niners offense has been built off for the past 7-8 years that Kyle Shanahan has been the head coach. It's been screen plays. It's been running the ball. Those draw plays that sometimes, make me go like, why are we doing a draw play on 3rd and 15? But it works out somehow. So you got to stick to your fundamentals of the screens, the draws, the quick passes, the run game. If you can stick to those and not abandon it, I think you're going to be pretty successful on offense.
Yeah, definitely. Totally agree with you there.
The coaches are going to have to be creative today. Shanahan sometimes calls conservative. This is one of the games you got to put it all on the line. Like we win this game, put it on the line. If we lose, we know we left it all on the field. We put the ball in our playmakers' hands. Our defense tried to do their job, and if they beat us because they're a better team, hey, that happens in the NFL. But we don't need to help them. We don't need to call plays scared. D'Amico, he's got to adjust when he needs to adjust. Like, you got to figure out what's going to work, and we can't wait to the end of the game to try to make all those moves. They're going to have to be on their toes. We need a really good coached game today from our coaches as well.
Yeah, both sides of the ball, too. Like Joseph said, from D'Amico Ryans and Kyle Shanahan.
And special teams. Kick the ball in the damn end zone.
And I said it on our 49er Eagle podcast earlier in the week. I said, hey, this is the first time in the playoffs this year the 49ers have no pressure. They're the away team. They're the lower seed. They're expected to lose. This is the game you throw the kitchen sink at the opposing team and do whatever it takes to get the win. You have nothing to lose. You play loose. You play free. You're good to go. You just play your best ball. Play loose.
Yeah, 100%. I think I have one last key before we talk about Brock Purdy was the O-line has to dominate both run blocking and pass blocking. I think that's obviously goes without being said. You have to, like we said, you have to establish that run game, and you cannot allow the defensive line to get pressure on every single play. Against that Dallas game, that right side was rough. Spencer Burford allowed 5 pressures. Mike McGlinchey allowed 5 pressures as well. So you can't have that this game. You need to keep him clean, give him some time to make some plays, and then you have to dominate that run game. This is a perfect time for the name of our YouTube channel, Bully Ball. Stick to that. The last time we were the year before last, when we were in the NFC Championship game against the Green Bay Packers, We threw the ball 8 times in that game, and we had a shit ton of runs. Obviously, we're not going to have that success running the ball, but you need to get back to something like that. You have to bully them. Their defense is I don't know how to say that word, so I'm not even going to try to say it right now. But their defense gives up the run, so you have to pound the rock. Pound the rock. Have a Kyle Shanahan style game. Pound that rock. And if you can do that and you can get 3, 4, 5 yards a run, the 49ers are going to win. And I think that goes that being said.
Yeah, and you got to hop out of here, Dad. Go find a screen to watch the game.
Yeah, I need to find something real quick. Hey, thank you guys. Love you. Good luck to all our fans. Hey, let's do this. Let's get this dub. This our year. Peace.
I dropped the link in the chat real quick if anyone wants to get some last minute words in. We got one more game this season, I believe, that we're going to have a pregame primer, but I'm throwing the link just in case anyone wants to hop on for one of our last pregame primers of the season to say a few words about what they think is going to happen in this game. And then let's throw this on the screen real quick. 49ers are exiting the tunnel, heading out to the field for this game. Brock Purdy and Deebo Samuel leading the way. No boombox today. Just locked in, being humble and just ready to take care of business.
Yeah, it's kind of seems like it's been the hold up. Look at what we're already seeing here. Give me 1 second. That's kind of been the theme, though, the 49ers recently. Just take care of business, real professional business-like. And look here, the game's starting chippy already. You have A.J. Brown, Jimmy Ward already exchanging some words, some shoving. So it's going to be physical, man. Going to be that gritty game. 2 of the best teams in the NFC. And it's getting chippy already before the game even started. So let's see. It's going to be fun, man. These Philly people are just acting crazy right now. It's just blowing my mind. Something that we haven't seen. So hopefully the Niners are up to the task and can answer back to that.
Yeah, and you love when you see offensive players get chippy because that means you're in their head. As a defense, you're supposed to be that chippy. So you get in A.J. Brown's head early, you love to see it. Get a dumbass penalty on him. I'll take it all day. We got
so it looks like that video you showed isn't their last them coming out of the tunnel. They're going to come out of the tunnel one more time. So that's when I'll be expecting the boom box.
Okay, yeah. So I don't know if you guys heard, but I saw people on Twitter saying that they were staying at the same hotel as the 49ers, and somebody pulled the fire alarm at 5 a.m. this morning. So the 49ers got woke up early this morning because some idiot pulled a fire alarm. And supposedly last week, the New York Giants hotel they were staying at lost water. So, I don't know what's going on. We got our guy Tommy Cates in here. How's it going, Tommy?
Y'all?
Always supporting the channel. How's it going?
Let's go, bang, bang, Niner gang. Woo!
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Yes,
Give it up,
sir.
baby. All the people are coming right now. It's quiet right now, but it's going to be loud.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
go. Want to appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for everything you guys do for us. Niner fans are always happy for that, so thank you so much. It takes a lot for you guys, again, to be doing this every single week. So we appreciate you so much. Defense, we just got to keep it up, guys. We've got to play every game, this game more than any other game. So we got to make sure we do our thing. We got to make sure we get some sacks in. We got to make Jalen Hurts feel uncomfortable. That's our number one thing we got to do. Once we make Jalen Hurts feel uncomfortable, what else we got to do but shine, baby? You know what I mean?
Yep.
Let's go, Brock Purdy.
100%.
Everyone's talking crap about, him not having the experience, which he don't. We got to admit he don't have as much as Jalen Hurts. But look what he's doing. Give it about another couple years, and he's going to fly. Eagles fly my butt. Purdy's going to fly. Purdy's going to fly over them Eagles, my guy. Let's go.
Let's
go.
go.
Appreciate y'all though. Thank you.
Where you tuning in from?
Well, I'm from Bakersfield. I'm from Bakersfield area
Okay.
out here in
Oh,
Cali.
nice.
You know what I mean?
Nice.
So gotta show some love. I'm originally from Delano, but hey, I live in Bakersfield. No one even knows where Delano is, so might as well say Bakersfield, right?
Yes, sir. Hey,
Let's
we
go,
appreciate
guys.
you hopping on and giving us a few words.
Always, baby. Always.
Yeah. Thanks,
Thanks
man.
for
Appreciate
tuning
it.
in.
You guys have a blessed day and let's go, Niners.
Yes,
too.
sir. All
Yeah,
right.
thanks to Tommy. You know, he's been supporting our channel for these past few weeks. Appreciate it so much. You know, glad that somebody actually wants to hop on and talk with us a little bit too. So appreciate that.
Yep, we got Douglas, my friend Douglas, hopping on. Go Niners. Yes, sir. Douglas is tuning in from Florida.
Let's
So
go.
we got Niners fans all around the nation. And then I'm in Germany and Alex is in Spain. So Niners fans all around the world on this pregame primer, watching, getting ready to watch the 49ers play the Eagles. You'd love to see it.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, it's going to be fun. It's crazy. You already seen the physicality getting chippy. AJ Brown, Jimmy Ward kind of tussling it up a little bit right before the game. So I would expect that throughout the whole game. You know, another big matchup. It's going to be key to lock down AJ Brown. You can't be letting him get whatever he wants. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting. That's for sure. I think, you know, I think if this game is close at halftime, I think the Niners are going to win, to be honest with you. I think if it's close at half, the Niners are going to get the dub.
I totally agree. You know, you don't let them get that momentum. You don't let them take a huge lead into half. You keep it close, fill out the opponent. You take over in the second half like we've been doing every week.
Yeah, looks like, you know, some Philly fans are already talking smack to Joey Bosa before the game, saying like, oh, are you playing right now? Who are the Chargers playing right now? Like all this stuff. So I just hope the Niners, man, I hope we can just get this dub and just shut these fools up because they're so annoying. And this might be the most annoying fan base that we, I don't know. This in Dallas. And it seems like any NFC East team just has an annoying fan base. So hopefully we can get this dub, man, and just shut these guys up. They're so annoying. But what was your question? Sorry.
Yeah, so let's get our bully of the week in. Who we think is going to be bully of the week for this week before we hop off the stream. Go ahead.
You know, I don't remember. I think I said Christian McCaffrey on our collab pod with the other Eagles fan. But this week, I'm gonna switch that up a little bit. I'm gonna say Nick Bosa. You know, he's been quiet these past couple weeks. He's going against some of the best tackles in the NFL, but I think he's going to have a Defensive Player of the Year type game. He's going to really demonstrate his abilities, and I think he's going to come out and just ball. I think he's going to have a great game, get a lot of pressure, get a lot of TFLs. So Nick Bosa is my candidate for Bully of the Week.
Yeah, my Bully of the Week candidate is Fred Warner. Like I said, he's been the best player on the 49ers throughout the playoffs. Dude's been playing insane. He's been balling. You know, Fred Warner's going to have a huge game. I don't know what he's going to do. Peanut punch, get an interception. This dude, he's flying around sideline to sideline, tackles for loss. He's playing out of his mind. And he said earlier in the week that he has a bad taste in his mouth and they are not losing this game. It's got to be Fred Warner for me. And I'll give one real quick MVP. Jalen Hurts, Pro Bowl MVP.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't.
Yeah. Debo. That's who I will say that was going to be my honorable mention candidate for Bully of the Week was Debo because I think Eli Mitchell being out, he's going to have a lot of totes with that ball. So I think Debo as well. And our mom says Fred Warner. So 2 votes for Fred, 1 for Debo. one for Nick Bosa. Honestly, we need like a 6-time bully of the week this week. So, yeah, it's going to be a great game. Let's hope for health. Let's hope for a fun game. Let's hope for a Niners win, man. 60 minutes of football away from the Super Bowl, but also 60 minutes of football away from the last game of the season. So let's hope we can get to that. Let's hope we can get to that Super Bowl in Glendale, Arizona. And, let's go. I'm nervous. It's going to be fun. Definitely got some beers with me. Going to be drinking a little bit. Got tomorrow off of work. So let's have a fun one, guys.
We got Douglas last second. He thinks Ayuk is his bully. Hey, if Ayuk's the bully of the week, I'm a happy man because that means the 49ers are going to be dominating these boys. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Last second thoughts. Hearing on Twitter, it's looking about 90% Eagles fans, 10% 49er fans. So, this is one of the first true road environments the 49ers are facing this year. So let's see how the team handles that.
Also, last thing before we get off, look what's at the game. The boom box.
Oh yeah, they're about to come out with the boom box.
Is out there at the game. So going to be another iconic entrance from the San Francisco 49ers team. Let's go.
Yep. So we got to get ready, get our setups ready to watch this game. We know you guys got to get your stuff ready to watch this game. We appreciate everyone that tuned in. Thank you for helping us reach over 200 subscribers before the end of the season. That was our goal, and we surpassed that. We appreciate you. And, we'll see you guys at halftime. We'll be back at halftime with our halftime podcast reaction and report card from the first half.
Yep, so tune in for that. Peace.